My name is George Fernandez. I'm of Mesa, Arizona. I lost my son on June 3rd of 2024. My son is 20 years old and loved the outdoors and loved giving back to nature and giving back to just people in general, just a kind-hearted individual. After losing him, we would like to continue out his kindness in golden heart, as we say he had, just with the community. We have ideas of beautifying the outside Arizona. So we are looking to plant some very pretty trees, maybe have some park benches around these trees so people can sit down, take a breath, and relax and really enjoy what Arizona has to offer. You can read so many different things on the internet, as people say, or on Google. You can do homework and do your research. I think for me, dealing with losing my son and trying to do things the right way is what I was really afraid of not being able to accomplish on my own. Being able to find you, to be honest, as a resource, I'm very grateful and very thankful for, not just for the guidance and the experience that you have, but also to ensure that what we want to do as a family for Alex, that we're doing it the right way and we're following the proper steps to do, so we don't have to look back and say, oops, we didn't do this or didn't do that. I think that was the biggest kicker to me is I asked some questions, waved your hand and said, I got some answers for you. And I think your follow-up is probably what kept me in communication with you. It was a very hard time, obviously, and it was still very fresh. So I lost sight. I asked a bunch of questions. I put out there what I wanted to do. You gave me great responses. And then life continued to punch us in the gut a little bit as we learned to deal with this stuff. But you were there, and 72 hours, 96 hours later, you were following up on an email, on a message just saying, hey, just checking in with you if you had a chance to read my info. And that kind of committed me to giving you the response, right? You're taking the time. It's important to you. Therefore, it needs to be important to me. Like that type of thing. The entire experience has been a gold nugget. So I don't really want to single-handedly say one topic was very beneficial. I would think maybe just the advice of honing in and focusing on 2 to 3 or 1 to 2 big goals of what we want to accomplish. Because coming into this, we had 100 things that we were thinking about and representing and thinking about our son and who he is and just the kind of person he is. So as a dad, like, I just wanted to go big, right? I just wanted grand. And I think that, I guess the gold nugget would be to really just slow it down, focus on a couple of items. And we can always do supplemental things, like you said, as long as it's not the majority of what we do, which is awesome. But really having those few things to just narrow down and tackling and putting all our time and efforts into those 2 things. On the fence about joining the program, don't be. If it's something that you are trying to make a difference for, regardless of the reason behind it, whether it's an honor of somebody or a preparation for something, or you just want to do good, whatever it may be. If you're on the fence about it, don't be. If you are trying to do good in the world, this program with you or with Dan is something that you can do. So that would be the first answer. And I guess just overall, you've been extremely helpful, have answered my questions that I've had in the last few weeks of just learning the process and learning my role in this. But if somebody was listening and were on the fence, or they were on the fence, do your homework. I read a little bit and I got a little bit overwhelmed, and you came in at the right time and quickly answered all of the questions I had that I was working on trying to find answers, or maybe 3 or 4 weeks prior to meeting you and starting this program. You answered everything. If anybody's on the fence, like, I would think about it for a couple of days, do some homework, and you will see that it is not very easy when you are trying to do all of these other things.